Hi guys, so today I'm going to be talking about my Soundcheck and VIP experience at Five Sauce. I was literally this close to saying One Direction. And if you can guess by the title, she's back! If you haven't seen my video from last year of my Soundcheck experience at Five Sauce, you should probably go watch that before this video so that you'll understand what's going on when I'm talking about she's back. Oh my god, that double chin. Me too. Okay. I'm not going to give a disclaimer for this video. I'm just going to say what happened, and that's going to be that. I'm just going to try the not doing a disclaimer thing. This is sort of a disclaimer that I'm doing right now that I'm not going to give a disclaimer. We're just going to try this and we're going to see how it works, boy. So we'll start at the beginning. I went to Nashville a couple days ago, the 23rd, right there, Saturday. It was a party day, you know. So I got to Bridgestone Arena around 1 o'clock, and there were so many people there. I would have gotten there earlier, like last year I got there at like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and this time I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that, because last year it didn't really matter who was in the front or in the back, like blah blah. I kind of learned a lot from last year, and this year was a lot similar in the setup way as last year was. Like, it was pretty much the same, except for a few major, not minor, but major ways. But anyway, we'll get to that later. So I got there, I'm standing in line, this girl comes up behind me and she's like, Maddison? And I'm like, hey! And it was a girl that I had met 2 years ago in 2014 at a One Direction concert at LP Field in Nashville. And I was like, whoa, dude, like, this is really freaky, like, whoa, like, hey, what's up? So that was weird, and I hung out with her and her friend that day. I don't know if they want me to say their names, so I won't say their names. So, hey, if you're watching this. So we were standing there for, like, a minute, and it starts pouring rain. About one person in the line had an umbrella out of everyone, because we didn't think it was gonna rain. Like, we're in line for a Five Sauce concert, like, it can't rain, like, what? And we are soaking wet. It eventually stops raining, but we are soaking wet. I use my purse to cover my head because the most important part to not get wet is the money maker. No, I'm just kidding. My face, because my makeup, it would run down my face and that would not be fixable. My clothes can get wet, whatever. And it went through my shirt to my bra, which got red from the shirt I was wearing. I was wearing a reddish shirt. I'll show you. I was wearing this shirt. I think it's wrong side out. Dad, I'm trying to film a video, dude. But we finally got let in, and we went to the check-in table, and I'll show you what we got, dude. Okay, we got this ticket for the show, which this is my ticket. A VIP bracelet. They were really cool. I like these a lot. They look like festival bracelets. And we got a lanyard. You know how I love me some lanyards. Just says VIP, and it has all of their tour dates on the back. I did not realize that there were gonna be that many tour dates. They're not even halfway done. Hope we can make it, Five Sauce. And this is last year's lanyard and this year's lanyard, side by side. So we got all of that stuff and we waited inside some more. I think they let us in a little bit earlier than usual because it was raining, even though it had stopped raining. So I'm not sure about that, but I think we did get let in earlier. There were so many people in line. Like, once we all got inside, it was packed. And I was like, well, I guess we're all here for Soundcheck. This is weird because last time there were only like 200 or 300 people. And it was looking like 1,000 people at least. Whoa, dude, like, what is this? What's going on? And while I was in line, guess who I saw, you guys? Just guess. Just take a wild guess at who I saw. The lady If you watched my other experience video, then you definitely know who I'm talking about. Just the rude lady that worked there. I kind of expected her to be there actually in Nashville, even though the last concert was in Louisville. I did a little bit of research and found out she works for the tour, not for the venue. So all of you that said that it was a venue problem, not a Five Sauce problem, it was a Five Sauce problem. Not actually Five Sauce, but she didn't work for the venue. She works for Five Sauce. I saw her and my heart just went, ooh, girl. That hurt really bad. Okay, gonna get a bruise there. She works for the tour. I'm just gonna tell you the little story about how I found out that she works for Five Sauce and not the venue. Actually, a few months ago, I wasn't like, who is this girl, blah, blah, blah. I happened to stumble upon a picture of her, okay? A few months ago, I was just scrolling through Nick Robinson's Instagram account, and I was like, oh, this is cute, this is cute. Click on the tagged pictures. Oh, he met some fans today. Oh, that's cute, that's cute. I remember her. I found the girl at the last concert I went to, and she met Nick Robinson. Click on her profile. I scroll down a little bit. I'm like, let's see if she has any pictures from the concert. She has a picture with the lady that works for Five Sauce. They were friends. I wonder why they got let to the front of the line last year. I'm not salty about it anymore, but I just thought this was so weird. So those of you that thought I was tripping, like being weird, why'd I just say tripping? I'm sorry. I was right the whole time. I was right the whole time. They were buddy-buddy with each other. She let them do whatever they want because they were buddy-buddies. They went to multiple concerts and met up with each other. Girl, my phone just went off. But being serious, I'm not mad about it at all anymore. I'm totally over it. Not mad this time, but you know, it's whatever. So we finally got let in to Soundcheck. Guess how many people were at Soundcheck? 1,500 people. 1,500 people. Maybe about 5 times as many people as were there last time. We were in not the first section of the floor, in the back section of the floor. I didn't get upset about it. I was just like, oh, this is just kind of different and weird. Didn't expect this. To be brutally honest, I think they made the Soundcheck party a lot bigger so that they could sell more tickets. That's just what I think. We were in the first row of the second section, and that same girl was helping us get to our seats, and she said, if any of you are by yourselves, there's a seat up at the front. So I was like, hey, I'm by myself, and she was like, okay, and then she took me up to the front. So girl, we made it 100 right there. Like, we got it. We friends right now, aren't we? So I got taken up to about the 5th row, which was pretty good considering an entire floor of people were there for Soundcheck. So then Soundcheck started, and Five Sauce came out, and they were wearing like workout clothes. They were all just looking good. They played Out of My Limit, I'm pretty sure. Then they came up to the front of the stage and sat down, and it was Michael, Luke, Callum, and Ashton. I was closest to Callum and Ashton's my fave, so it's all good. And they answered questions. I'm not gonna really talk about the questions because, you know, they was just mostly just generic questions. And Michael and Luke showed us their guitar collection, most of it, because they have like so many guitars. Luke yelled, "Muke is real," which was pretty great. If you're wondering if Muke is real, it's confirmed by Luke Hemmings. But just in a nutshell, she went around and asked people what their questions were gonna be for Five Sauce. And some of them had to be musical, some of them didn't. And she would tell people that she was going to ask their question, and she ended up not asking their question. And some people got kind of upset. I didn't ask a question because I'm scared and I'm a trash bag. I was just admiring their good looks. Yeah, it's fine. The whole day was unorganized, just so unorganized, but surprisingly, it didn't really bother me that it was unorganized because I didn't expect anything else. Then they played 2 more songs, which I can't remember what they were. Callum was like right in front of me. I was taller than a lot of the people around me. Like I was the tallest person around. And Callum had those. Hey, you looking at me? Who you looking at? You looking at me? Huh? You know, with those kind of things, you never know. And then we left Soundcheck and we waited around inside the arena for like another hour or so. Then we got let back in. I wasn't in the pit this year. Was kind of actually happy that I wasn't in the pit. I was still pretty close. I was row 14. And while we were sitting there waiting, there were ads up on the screen. You know, gotta get that money, gotta get those ads in. A lot of YouTubers came up on the ads and I was like, hey, those are my peers, sort of. Even though I don't have as many subscribers as them, there are YouTubers up there. Hey Violet came on. They were rocking great. I was just like, whatever, I don't know any of the words, but I'm just gonna be like... And then a band called One OK Rock, I think that's what they were called, came on, and people were like freaking out. They were really good. They were screamo though. Like they were like, and I was like, whoa, yeah. I just turned into another person. And then, of course, Five Sauce performed. Callum, when he walked out, I was like, whoa, your arms are great. He was wearing like a tight tank top. And if you went to Rock Out With Your Socks Out, then you'll see a lot of similarities to this show and last year's show. They play pretty much the same songs, except they play some new songs, obviously. But like the whole setup, movements and stuff is pretty much the same as last year, which I didn't mind, but just gonna tell you that if you're wondering, curious, whatever. And again, I didn't use my phone a lot. I just filmed a couple clips, took some pictures, and then I just put it away the rest of the time. It makes the experience so much better, like so much better. Just if you've never done it, please do it. It makes it a lot better. I think this was actually one of the most enjoyable concerts I've ever been to. I've been to a lot of concerts, and just like the whole like feeling in that arena was like yes. And the show was just like really good. I'm usually not this optimistic, Madison. What's wrong with me? And the highlight of the whole show was when Ashton came out on a horse scooter looking thing. If you've seen it on Twitter, because you know, what else would you want to see in life? And then the show ended around about 11 o'clock. It was a long show. And as I was leaving, someone noticed me from YouTube. A few people noticed me from YouTube that day. And I was like, yeah, that's me. It was so weird. So if I saw you there and you recognized me, thank you so much for coming up to me, because I know some people told me they didn't come up to me because they were scared to come up to me. And I'm like, girl, I'm not gonna do anything. Like, I probably looked like this the whole day, even though I was fine. But I'm working on it. But yeah, that's all for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys next week.